Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Jan Michael here. Man, Brazil has been bringing it lately. What with last year's I'm Still Here, which got into Best Picture, it got Fernanda Torres into Best Lead Actress, and it ended up winning Best International Feature Film. And now, with The Secret Agent, that also got into Best Picture, got Wagner Moura into the Best Lead Actor category, and I think does have a very good chance of taking home International Feature Film. Is Brazil going to repeat the feat again for a second year in a row? Or is The Secret Agent not pack as much of a punch as I'm Still Here did? Well, we're gonna have to dig into my review to find out.
Essa é a pessoa. Eu quero buraco na boca.
O teu caso é o que eu mais quero resolver.
Tem matador me procurando? É isso que você tá dizendo?
Tem.
Wagner Moura actually plays two roles here, though we'll only be focusing on the first since the second isn't a major factor for a lot of the film. Armando Solomos is heading to Recife under the pseudonym of Marcelo Alves. For what reason? Well, I'm not going to say, as I went into the film completely blind and found myself far more intrigued by the plot if I had known about it prior. All you need to know is that Armando is in danger, and in order to survive, he must go into hiding while also navigating family affairs. The title of the film is almost misleading, as this is not the sort of secret agent that you're probably thinking of. It's more of a forced situation where the character of Wagner really is finding himself in a really bad dilemma, one that many people in Brazil at the time also found themselves in. And Wagner here plays it beautifully real. This isn't a character that is screaming and yelling and crying throughout the whole thing. It is a more subdued performance. You can see he's angry, you can see he's upset, but he's also scared because he is in danger. And I think Wagner does exactly what he needs to do to come across as realistic as possible. Like if we were in that position, this is probably how we would be as well. We're not heroes, we're not going to defeat the bad guys in this like action sequence. It's a real person, and that's awesome. What a great casting nomination this is. Not only are there some great performances by the main cast, such as what I said with Wagner Moura, and the supporting cast, including Udo Kier in his last role before his passing, but a lot of the supporting cast, including just minor roles with a few lines, are non-actors that sometimes deliver better performances than the more experienced actors. The biggest standout here is Tanya Maria, who was an artisan before being discovered by director Kleber Mendici Filho by pure chance, where she was then cast in Kleber's previous film Bacurau. She is so good that I'm surprised there wasn't more of a push for her to get a supporting actress nomination here. And the rest of the supporting cast is also fantastic. I've actually been reading up a little bit about this, and director Kleber and casting director Gabriel Dominguez actually changed their approach to casting for their films. Instead of just getting like the most best looking like characters, they wanted to prioritize more like soul, more somebody that's going to fit with the era and the time. And I think they nailed it here. Like just have a incredibly wide range of people. Again, even in the minor roles, like at the very beginning of the film, there is a gas attendant there who is a standout. You'll remember him because not only of his looks, but the great delivery that he does, the way that he speaks to the other characters. It's fantastic. So huge applause to what they did here with their casting. This would be an inspiring first win for this category. It does have some steep competition, so I don't know if it would go on to win, but man, would it be deserving if it did go home with the prize. The Secret Agent has a bit of an interesting story in regards to its nomination here. First and foremost, it's worth noting that Kleber had 2 of his previous films passed over when it came to being considered for an Oscar submission. Both films, Aquarius and Bacurau, have been universally praised, but the first drew ire from the government due to the political nature of the film, and the second was still considered retaliation despite the film itself not having any political undertones within it. Not only that, but the government actually wanted to submit the film Manas last year for a short period of time instead of The Secret Agent due to the importance of the message within that film. However, due to public outcry where everyone felt that this was a complete and total overreach of the government, they essentially went back to The Secret Agent, and I think this was the better move. I mean, look how far this film has come. I mean, Best Picture, it most likely could win Best International Feature Film. Wagner Moura getting into Best Actor. I'm not saying Manas couldn't do that, but just based on what we know here and now, this was a fantastic film, and I'm so glad many people are probably going to check it out because of its Best Picture nomination. So whatever you feel about this topic, I truly do think that The Secret Agent is a fantastic pick and well worthy of the Best Picture lineup. Is there any chance that The Secret Agent could go on to win Best Picture? Unfortunately, no. I do think this is more of a bottom 5 contender. It just doesn't seem to be making as much of an impact as a lot of the other Best Picture nominees. But that being said, let's say some miracle happens and it did end up taking home the win. Would this be a bad choice? Absolutely not. This would be an amazing pick for Best Picture. I wouldn't be angry at it whatsoever. I freaking love this film. It does everything that I want a movie to do. Its mystery is very intriguing. The performances are amazing. The cast of characters, the dialogue, the antagonists are freaking terrifying. It gut punches you many times throughout the film. And it's fucking weird at points. Like, it's strangely funny and weird throughout, including one sequence which, you know what, I'm not gonna ruin, but let's just say a body part comes to life where you're like, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, just everything about the film, just it nails it out of the park. There are some slight problems here and there, but very slight, to the point that I'm okay completely ignoring any negatives the film may have and completely losing myself in the experience, which I always say is the sign of a great film. So yes, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna win Best Picture, but if it did, I think it would definitely be a worthy winner. Not wanting to keep this film secret any longer, I give The Secret Agent a score of a 4.5 out of 5 with a recommendation to buy it. Whether you go in to connect with its themes and messages, wanting to learn more about Brazil's history, or just as an entertaining piece of art, you'll get what you're looking for here. Check it out and see if you could have had what it takes to be a secret agent yourself.
Hombre dirá que Brasil melhor, com menos pirraça.
Esse cara. Eu matava ele com um martelo.
Tu anda armado?
Não, mas eu sei usar um martelo.
And that's all for me for today. Only 3 films left. Holy smokes, I'm telling you guys, times just fly by. I'm kind of getting sad because I could see the finish line on the horizon. And so I am kind of feeling, oh man, we're getting close to the end. But I'm also incredibly jazzed because we're soon going to see who the winners are going to be. And that just gets me pumped up. So join me tomorrow for another big review. One that I actually have a completely different opinion on to most people. So you're not going to want to miss it. For now, I'll keep it a secret though. Until then, everybody, like always, stay safe out there and have a good one.